It's been about 5 days on those peas and those beans. The dragon beans, the Kentucky Wonder. I got magic beans from last year's vines. 5 days. You ready for this? Oh, yeah. All right, our dragon tongue beans are getting way too tall. They're sending out their little things that wrap around as they climb. So if I don't get them outside, they're going to start to wrap around each other, and then it's going to be, forget it, it's going to be a waste. So I got Anthony. We spent 2 hours, and we finished the trellis just for the dragon tongue beans. That's all we got done tonight. But we put a nice big black pipe out here. We filled it. Oh my gosh, the dirt is so alive. It's black, it's gorgeous dirt, all the way to the top. Mixed in a little bit of bone meal, a little bit of blood meal for the roots. And I'll tell you what, tomorrow morning I'm gonna come out here and I'm gonna put those beans out here. Maybe that's all we accomplished today, but next year it'll already be there. All these little projects only have to be done one time. Then we could put all our focus on dirt and plants and pruning and learning and teaching and sharing. Oh me, oh my. Check this out. So, that's the pipe. And there's the dragon tongue bean trellis. Till next time. To give you a little perspective, I took my shake cup. It's a big mug. I drink out of a plastic mug that my whole hand can fit on the handle. So to give you an idea, last night Anthony and I worked on the trellis for the dragon tongue beans. The reason I did, I'm about to show you. There's no way I could wait till next Sunday. It's Tuesday morning. If I wait till next Sunday, these plants will either be laying down or wrapped around each other or climbing up on the light. But check them out. And you can see my cup. And those plants are towering. I think that's the vine, but it could be part of their tendril, you know, the way a vine holds on it sends out little tendrils that wrap around everything. Last night it didn't come out. I didn't remember what they were called. But the point is, these vines are going outside this morning before work. I'm so happy, and Anthony and I got that trellis done last night. We've got a nice big pot as a raised bed with some heavy duty, really healthy soil. And we'll be back. The 20 to 25-year-old me, if he was here right now, he'd be laughing at me. The things that I used to want and the things that I used to be excited about, they don't even compare to how excited I am about these beans going in our new trellis. We got it done last night in the dark, but it looks pretty darn good. Check this out. And then I got another section over there. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to suspend some cattle panel for there because we're going to try cucumbers again. I'm going to learn these cucumbers. We're going to have cucumbers. If I got to go buy them and zip tie them to my vines, I'm going to have cucumbers. I almost want to sit here. I got 3 pallets that were extra laying over here, so it's now my bench temporarily. And I can tell you right now, I'm watching them as if I'm going to see them grow. I'm going to take a couple of clear pictures of where they're at. And the next few days, I'm going to come back and see how much growth they have. I'm going to water them, but they look like they're pretty solid leaning up against the trellis. Check it out. And they have plenty of space to grow. I'm anticipating that entire cattle panel is going to be filled with leaves, beans everywhere, and from the way they seem to stretch out the end of the vine, they're probably going to try to climb onto my tomato bed. That's not going to happen. Clip. All right, let me go ahead and get these things watered. It's been a week since we got this out here. Remember, Anthony and I were out all night. We got our trellis done. We got the beans planted. Filled up this nice pipe with some beautiful compost. It's been a week. They're off to the races. You can still see this metal trellis, but not for long. Pretty soon it's going to be covered with the vines. Soon to be a whole bunch of dragon tongue beans hanging. Wait till you see what they look like. I saw them. James Prigioni had them. They're beautiful. I hope they taste as good as they look. Look at these vines. One week. It's been several weeks. That's the dragon tongue bean. That trellis is working fine. The vines are starting to climb their way up. Didn't take long for these dragon tongue beans to take advantage of this great compost we used and this trellis. Now they're growing up the trellis, but there's so many beans on here, I have to pick them, because if I don't, they might start putting everything into the beans and they might forget about growing the rest of the vine. And I don't want giant ones. Now, we saw these first on James Prigioni. He's in New Jersey, and he introduced us to these beans, and I saw him eat one. His dog, Tuck, ate one. So I thought, you know what? Let's try them out. I'm ecstatic. We're getting great results. Look at this. Now, let me see if I can pull some of these off. There you go. That is a beautiful looking bean. Dragon tongue beans. I'm excited. Let me see how many I could find. I am so late for work. Yeah. That's crazy. I can't tell my customers, but I had to stop and get a handful of these beans. That's our fresh harvest. Dragon tongue. I'm so used to it. I grew Kentucky Wonders. I'm so used to growing the Kentucky Wonders in our bean tunnel that I've adapted to how they grow. The tunnel gets filled up with vines, then flowers, then all of a sudden, we have Kentucky Wonder beans hanging all over the tunnel. I used to grow them on tomato cages, but it just wasn't enough space for them. So, I made an assumption when we planted these dragon tongue beans that I'd have plenty of time for these vines to grow up this trellis. But guess what? It's up it's up to its third line of metal. It's growing wide, it's growing high, but it's full of beans. Dragon tongue beans. We harvested a few 2 weeks ago, but right now I had to go get a basket because I'm about to pull a whole bunch of dragon tongue beans. Woo! Look at this. Look at this. Look at the size of these. And these, you know, I ate the first one. I had to do it. Oh my goodness, look at this. I cannot believe this. The whole area is loaded with these beans. I'm gonna have to put the camera down. I can't videotape and pick them. I don't want to hurt the vine, and there's so many flowers. So I want to hold the vine while I pull them. This is a two-handed job, but I'll be right back to show you what I harvest, and it's only June 3rd, June 2nd. It's the very beginning of June. We still have all of June, all of July, all of August. Dragon tongue beans. I'm about to put this video together. There's no reason to wait for it to climb up the pole. I got plenty of beans to show you. Anthony and I stayed out here like 2 o'clock in the morning working on this trellis. It's beautiful. Look at it. And then over here we put the one for the zucchini. So the zucchini's growing over there. I even stuck a white eggplant plant right in the tube with it. So it's a short raised bed. We planted some cucumbers and some zucchini, and they're loaded with flowers. They're loaded with flowers. So let's see what happens over here. We're already at a half a basket. Anthony came over. He's picking the other side. I'm picking this side. But every time I look, I see ones I missed. They kind of hide. They have a little camouflage action. Dragon tongue beans. Here, Aunt, you want to give me them? Here. Here you go, Aunt. What you got? Oh, yeah. Dragon tongue bean pandemonia. That's real sweat. One pot, one plant, one patio. You're never too old. You're never too sick. You're never too out of shape. Just start. It'll grow. The proof is right here. If I could do it, and like I said, I'm down to 400. I was 578. I'm down to 400 pounds. So if I could do it, you could do it. One little 5-gallon bucket by your front door. If that goes good, you might start a second 5-gallon bucket. And then next thing you know what I'm going to do on one of my videos? I'm going to take a bunch of pictures from when I used to only use buckets. When we had 200 buckets and kiddie pools on the side of the house and my grandkids were young, they loved working outside with me. So I'm going to have to include some of those pictures in one of these videos. Our first real harvest. I picked 1 or 2 beans a few weeks ago. They are delicious right off of the vine. So look at this. That's it. Our first real harvest of dragon tongue beans. Like I said, James Prigioni was talking about them. His little dog was eating them. Tuck. So when I saw Tuck eating the bean, I said, oh, I got to have them. So thanks a lot, James. I appreciate the turn on to these beans. And from the looks of it, these vines got plenty of life in them. They still got a bunch of flowers. And like I said, they're only up three metal rungs. They still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more to go. And after that, we can't reach them. So that's it. We're not going to let them get any higher than that. And it looks like our blueberries are getting nice and big. They're just not ripe yet. So pretty soon, we're going to have a blueberry video. Dragon tongue beans. You heard it here. Bite-sized homestead. Please. I cannot grow this channel by myself. My wife and I can't do it. If everybody helps us, we will grow this channel. We'll teach people. We'll show people. Come on. Your body's not too old. It's not too sick. It's not too out of shape to just start. It's not. You just got to start one little pot. And it will make you excited to start the second one and the third one. And now, I don't even know how many raised beds we have right now. I can't even count them. And we're still growing seeds, and we're still planting them. There's crops. I'm going to start a second crop of tomatoes. And I don't even want to show you what I got going on in the workstation. Mosquito. Bye. All right. Be blessed.